Hi, I'm Francesca Rattray. I'm the CEO of YWCA San Antonio. The mission of YWCA is to eliminate racism and empower women, which we achieve locally by removing barriers for women, particularly women of color, to break the cycle of poverty. These include childcare, youth services, economic empowerment and workforce development, and healthcare.
I always had that in my mind where I told myself, I want a good life. I want to better myself, but I think my passion was more of I want to help others. Hi, my name's Iris. I'm 44 years old, and this is my story. I'm a single mom. I do have a son. He's 6 years old, and he's been my everything. Never thought to be a single mom. It just kind of happened that way. His father's not involved at all whatsoever, so I get no help. He never sees his dad. He knows who his dad is, just never sees him. His name is Jared. He is a very happy boy. We're basically together 24/7. There's no day we're apart. I did graduate with a psychology degree. I got a minor in Spanish education. I became the Spanish teacher in our school. My strength, I think, comes basically just from my son, just seeing his face. He's my motivation. He's everything. You think that you're gonna, you graduate from school and you're gonna get paid all this money, you're gonna be able to pay your student loans and everything. Well, no, it doesn't work that way. And it just seemed like I never had the opportunity to actually save. It was just paying bills after bills after bills. I feel like, oh my goodness, I've worked so hard, but I feel like every day I live pay to paycheck. It's never given me the opportunity to actually save for a home, which I want a home because that's what my son tells me all the time. He's like, Mom, why can't we have a house? I wish we had a backyard so I could play, or we could get a dog. People think like, well, you must get paid pretty good money, or you did a career. How come you're not where you're supposed to be at? For any single parent, you work so hard just to get to where you're at. And I think sometimes people don't understand that. They think that, oh, it's easy, you could go ask. No, I've gone to ask for help. And that's another thing. I have friends that tell me, no, pues ve y pide estampillas o pide ayuda médica. I've gone to ask for help. There's been situations where I feel like, can I get help, for him, like insurance-wise? No, because you're just right at that line. This is what I've done personally. I take my bills, I take everything, and I tell him, you tell me I have to pay all this, and you tell me I need to pay for insurance. I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough money for food. But you tell me I'm right there, so you can't help me? I think when I left that day, knowing, that I was just getting $50, I told myself, I have to do something. I've seen other single moms that have been able to raise their children. And then you see them later on in the future once they're older. And they're good, and they have a family, and they don't have the issues that you went through. I think that's, for me, just seeing my son maybe in the future and knowing that he's gonna be good and he's gonna have a good future and he's gonna have a family and he might not go through everything I had to go through. That's where my strength comes in. In the future, I would like for my son to say my mom was bien luchona, trabajadora. She never gave up, no matter what.
So all of the thesis and everything in my art today kind of resembles how art can heal. My name is Leila. I came to the United States as a refugee from Bosnia and Herzegovina, divorced, single mom of 3 amazing kids, and also entrepreneur. And this is my story. So I was 17, almost 18 when I came to the United States as a refugee. And that was an experience that I don't wish upon anybody. So work allowed me to kind of gain skills. Work allowed me to learn language. I worked really hard, and my brother was too young to work, and we didn't know if my dad was alive at the time, so everything fell on my shoulder. Another thing was to stay on welfare and be humiliated every day and treated like nobody. From selling cigarettes and luggage and electronics and cleaning and being a hostess in a restaurant, I ended up working in a hotel because my English was decent enough at a time, and that's where I met my ex-husband. This is kind of embarrassing because you want to think of yourself as a strong woman who knows how to recognize the signs of abuse. I remember even when we were dating, him just showing me his ugly side. And I exited the car and I broke it off. But he came back with flowers, with please, with I beg you, forgive me, and I caved. So my career took off. I'm a super hard worker, I'm a fast learner, I'm a go-getter. I started doing commercial real estate in New York and we were living pretty well. But again, not recognizing the signs of abuse, and one of those was that abuser will take you out of your comfort zone. So we moved all the way from New York, where my safety net is, to San Antonio, Texas, where I don't know anybody. It took me years to get him safely out of the house. I filed for the divorce. I paid for the attorney out of my own pocket. I did everything just so he can be happy and exit. There were no boundaries. He would come back knocking. The first time I called the police was when I woke up with him on top of me at 4:15 in the morning. And I was just in disbelief that this is happening, yet you have to stay composed. I have no phone, and I hear him breaking everything. Dining room table, pictures. I mean, he broke everything that was valuable to me. And it took me hours to get courage to call 911, because now I have to explain to my daughter and my sons what's happening. And it's humiliating. He has left the house, so I'm left with a mortgage, with car payments, with phone bills, with kids, with daycare, with everything. My kids will hear on the news well, even if you have a green card, you're gonna get deported. Well, I had a green card. So now I could not afford $400 to apply for my, is it N11? I forgot the name of the form for the citizenship paperwork. But I had to not pay water bill and not pay the car payment in order to apply for the citizenship. So my kids do not have those type of triggers. Now they're thinking somebody's gonna come and take their mommy away and ship me to a country that they've never been to. So those were the kind of decisions that were being made every single day. There was a time that we did have to go on food stamps, and it was $98 because I make too much money, so I could not get more than that. I have a gazillion jobs. I am a founder of my own organization for the life coaching. Today, when you come to my house and my studio, we have glasses that we break, we have plates that we break, because that's life. It's fragile. We are fragile, and it's okay to be broken. But then with all of those pieces, we make these amazing things that last a lifetime. I repurposed the door that my ex-husband, you can see his fists through it, and that's my workstation in my studio. We need to start looking at another woman as a sister, as a mother, as a partner, and help each other. And yes, organizations need to take more steps, but we have to empower each other first in order to be able to rebuild the system. I'm gonna fight because I think I'm worthy. My kids deserve better.